Okay, welcome back to the next tutorial video based on the OCRAS Media Studies course. In this tutorial we're going to be looking at the concept of audiences. So the concept of audience is paramount to the study of the media because all media is produced for an audience. Without the audience, the media product is essentially worthless. Your understanding of this concept or idea will be assessed in section B of the exam in conjunction with institutions. In the past, various theories that tried to explain the importance or the role of the media audience tended to dwell on the idea of separating the audience into different types of people to whom the media products could be more easily targeted by marketers. So males between the ages of 16 and 24 are seen to like today's market is for quite brutal horror films and gross out comedies. So the marketing for such products will inevitably attempt to capitalize on the interest of that section of the audience. We'll come back to this when we talk about distributing media products because that's where marketing becomes even more relevant. And whatever question comes up in section B of the exam is likely to require some understanding or analysis of marketing. But for now we're going to look at an early audience theory, the hypodermic model. Now this tended to view the audience as essentially passive receptors into which the all-powerful media was able to inject its ideas. The audience was seen as a kind of like amorphous mass, not a collection of individuals. They would take what they were given and they wouldn't complain about it. And this is how things progressed for some time. However, it's not too far-fetched to suggest that this model does have some validity in a contemporary world. All you have to do is look at what's shown at the multiplexes on any given week. It's a steady diet of blockbusters, family animations, horror movies, rom-coms. You might get the odd thriller, an action movie thrown in there, though that'll probably be your blockbuster. And likewise on TV we're bombarded with endless talent shows or cookery programs or property shows. However, it's with the advent of digital technology, affordable, high quality digital technology at that, for the home and the person, which is kind of heralded in perhaps a golden age of the consumer as producer. And it's this blurring of boundaries that is increasingly of interest for A-level study. Okay, so to call it a golden age is perhaps overstating it somewhat. We haven't yet seen the next Spielberg emerge having shot a feature film on his phone, or her phone for that matter. But there are developments in technology, how consumers view and share media, that has meant that the study of the audience as part of the AS course now has a different slant to it than it might have done, say 5 years ago. They can no longer be considered passive receivers while they have the power to produce, distribute, exhibit and exchange their own media. And with so many young people particularly doing this on a daily basis, the active audience model is now considered a more realistic way to talk about audience. In simple terms, though you may not realize it, young audiences particularly have the power to influence the success or failure of records, films and TV shows, simply by virtue of the fact that they can broadcast their opinions live on Twitter, Facebook, SMS Messenger and all these other various platforms. Naturally, marketers are keen to harness this power and influence to promote their own products. Indeed, the institutions that produce, distribute and exhibit or exchange media have been working frantically to protect their monopoly on how and what we, the audience, get to see. This leads us on rather neatly to the concept of institutions, which we will look at more closely in the next tutorial. Thanks for listening.